Hey guys, it's Cassie with MathOMG. Today we're going to be talking about magnitude of vectors. If you watched the previous video, you can look up how to write a vector in a standard form, which is going to be present on this. So if you look here at this second formula, you're going to need to know how to calculate a vector, write it in this form. So check that video out, make sure you know how to do that. If not, you can still use this distance formula to find the magnitude. Magnitude is sort of just the length. So when we're given this vector here, it says to find the magnitude of vector v represented by PQ. It gives us P and it gives us Q. So the first thing I take notice of, the first thing I'm going to observe in this problem is that I'm given two coordinate points. I'm given P and Q. And then my mission is to find the magnitude. Another way of saying magnitude is like your distance or the length of the vector. So we'll say length of vector. That's just going to help us remember kind of the purpose of this. And then our game plan for doing that is to use those two formulas we just saw on the previous slide. So if we look here, the distance formula, that's that big square root formula. It's derived from the Pythagorean theorem, where we take x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. All right, so that's the distance formula. We're going to take x2, y2, let me rephrase that. We are going to take x1, y1, x2, y2. We want to start with p and end with q, so that's why these ones need to be 1s and these ones are 2s. And then we're just going to plug them in. So our x2 is -5 minus our x1 is -3 squared plus our y2 is 2 minus our y1, which is 4 squared. And then we just simplify this. So we have -5 minus -3. That's going to become an adding. So that's going to be -2 squared. Plus, and then 2 minus 4 is also -2, that's squared. So that's going to give us 4 plus 4, which is the square root of 8. And then from there, we would plug that into the calculator, and we'd get an estimate of that, which I don't know that off the top of my head. Square root of 8 is going to be around... All right, so I got out my calculator, and I found out this was 2.83. That's what square root of 8 is. Now this one right here, this is if you've already found your vector v. It's really this exact same formula. It's just doing it in 2 steps instead of 1 step. So remember, to find your vector, you use this formula, the x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. So first we're going to do that and find what the vector is. So -5 minus -3, my y2, 2 minus 4. That's going to again give me -2, and that's going to give me -2. And then from there, we use that other formula that said just take a squared plus b squared and the square root of that. So it's -2 squared plus -2 squared, which again is going to give us the square root of 4 plus 4, which is the square root of 8, and that's approximately 2.83. So either way works. It's very dependent on the way you feel like it's easier. If you already have your vector, go here. If you don't have your vector, it doesn't matter. Either way is going to give you the same answer. So we found it 2 different ways, so we know that it has to be correct or we've done something terribly wrong. So we are done with this problem, and we've learned how to find magnitude or length of vectors. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. If you want to get better at math, subscribe to my videos here. If you want more information on math, click on my website link here.